Hey guys, this is Eckhart Slaughter. Hello and welcome to another Star Wars video. You will have to excuse my voice today. I am a little bit under the weather, hopefully nothing too serious, but just letting you guys know. So I've mentioned this previously, I think in one of my last videos, but I am approaching the due date of my second child, my little girl. We are very busy over in the latter household, so for the next few weeks you guys should expect a lot more of these sort of rambly type videos, because I still want to get content out, but frankly I'll need to take time off, and I'm actually taking a lot of time off now as well. But with 2 channels to run and streaming and everything else, it is a lot of work. With that being said, the topic of today's video is Star Wars TV shows, and why I really think Disney, at least so far, has seriously missed the mark. Although things look like they may be getting better, it's hard to say. So a lot of what we'll be discussing in today's video is also based on rumors, and it seems like every week a reputable, or at least semi-reputable member of the Star Wars leaks community hints at an upcoming TV show that a lot of people just kind of scratch their head at. I think the best example of that would be The Bad Batch. This was later confirmed, but of course The Bad Batch is about the Bad Batch from season 7 of the Clone Wars. The show will likely be in a Clone Wars style, but is set during the Galactic Civil War, with the Bad Batch on the run, maybe as mercenaries or whatever else. Kind of a strange idea for a show, but I'm here for it. Recently there were rumors of a Cara Dune show, Cara Dune of course being the character from The Mandalorian, and we always have the persistent rumors of the Star Wars Rebels sequel. Of course the Kenobi show has been confirmed, although that's more like a very limited series, but there's still something missing. First of all, it's 2020 and we've only really had 1 or 2 breakout Star Wars TV shows since Disney's purchase of Lucasfilm. I'll give Disney 100% credit for Star Wars Rebels, which I thought was great, and The Mandalorian, but those are some exceptions, and Disney has missed the mark and has missed a key element of creativity. And as a Star Wars fan, I'm not going to lie, I get a little bit jealous when I see what Marvel fans get when it comes to TV shows. Not only do the favorite characters from the Marvel movies frequently get spin-offs, but we see other parts of the universe explored. Now, this is something we're getting with The Mandalorian, arguably less so with Star Wars Rebels, but a great example of what I would love to see in the Star Wars universe comes from Marvel's What If. Basically, that series looks at alternate timelines in the Marvel universe. Now, personally, I'm not a very big fan of the MCU, but I would be interested in seeing what happened if the Avengers failed in the first movie, or if something different happened to Ant-Man or Iron Man or one of the main characters. Again, my sort of lack of knowledge for the MCU is showing here, but you get the idea. Something like this would work perfectly in the Star Wars universe. Yes, it's true, Star Wars is not a comic-based series, so that alternate timelines thing isn't quite as comfortable in the Star Wars universe, but what I'm talking about here is a sort of meta fun series that isn't about kind of the main sphere of characters that are frequently involved in Star Wars productions, and even Star Wars Rebels, and to a lesser extent The Mandalorian, though perhaps not in season 2, keep us pretty close to the standard story which has been told in the Star Wars movies. The Clone Wars is about the Clone Wars, which was the focus of the prequel trilogy. Rebels is about the formation of the Rebel Alliance, which of course is the basis of the original trilogy, and The Mandalorian is arguably the most distinct show, but even that is rumored to have a lot of participation from Ahsoka and others in season 2, which I've covered in a prior video. The Bad Batch show could actually be okay in my opinion if it stays away from galactic events and instead just talks about how the Bad Batch is going to survive. But why have I not seen more sort of slices of life programming from within the Star Wars universe? Where's my show about Star Wars smugglers who sometimes run in with the Empire but mostly do their own thing? A story disconnected from the main Star Wars series. Why has Disney been so hesitant to go all in on the High Republic? Why have we not seen sort of fun out-of-universe shows, maybe breaking down warfare within the Star Wars universe? A show about the great battles of the Star Wars universe would be awesome. Maybe another look at the Battle of Endor. It doesn't need to be the most expensive thing. I'm not saying you have to animate the entire battle from scratch, but get creative. Give us more than what we're expecting. As much as I like Rogue One, and as much as I like season 1 of The Mandalorian, I'm not super excited to learn more about Cassian Andor or Cara Dune, because that's a relatively limited slice of the Star Wars universe, and one that I've already feel like we've dipped our toes into. It's a very big, very interesting galaxy, and world building is one of Star Wars' greatest strengths, and right now, I feel like Disney, when it comes to of television programming and certainly movies is not taking advantage of that. I'd be happy as well to see more shows and programs which aren't strictly canon. Now that can be a sort of out of universe thing like I talked about earlier, but something like the LEGO Holiday Special I think will be great fun. But my idea for a dream Star Wars TV show would be reproductions of classic Star Wars Expanded Universe stories. Now I'm going to use a reference which I think some of you will get and some of you won't, but DC frequently makes animated versions of some of their most popular comics. We got The Killing Joke a couple of years ago. Batman has lots of comics put into television or animated form generally. Sometimes they're movies, sometimes they're TV series or something in between. Usually they've got some good voice actors, but the animation is not the most expensive thing in the world, and they're mostly just focused on a really great story and of course exploration of the characters and whatever else. Some of these stories like The Killing Joke are also made for adults, despite the fact that some would label them as cartoons. My dream Star Wars series is to take popular expanded universe stories, whether in Legends, canon, or whatever else, and convert them into these sort of lower cost animations. You could do the Thrawn trilogy in this format. The series is set up really well to be broken down into episodes, maybe 9 of them or so. I'm also thinking about shows like, say, Star Trek Lower Decks, which again, look at a different side of the universe. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but everything I've read about that show has been immensely positive, and not every show needs to have the highest budget or to deal with galaxy-wide stakes or whatever else. Sometimes, and I really felt this with the first few episodes of The Mandalorian, simply immersing yourself in the universe with an interesting story is more than enough, especially when the main sort of drama of the Star Wars universe is told in the movies anyway. I don't think we need to pick at scraps in order to make a TV show. I think the Star Wars universe is ripe with potential. There's so much room for creative people to tell interesting and fun stories, both in and out of universe. But guys, that's all I've got for today. Let me know your opinion down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too negative or rambly or whatever else. Hope you enjoyed this Star Wars Squadron gameplay I played over top. Until next time, please be safe, and as always, may the Force be with you.